Well, it is already the end of February, so that means it's time for a monthly wrap up and setting some goals for March. So let's just go over. So I do have a video on my channel where I made this little chart, and I didn't realize it accidentally recorded in portrait mode. I had a really difficult time getting my camera set up. So anyway, so I'm gonna just run through my February goals and see how I did. So my bring up box is, these are books that I was reading in January that I didn't finish, that I brought over into February. And I did complete the Sword. Oh my gosh, that word is the bane of my existence. I did complete the Sword of Shannara. I do have a review on my channel for that. I did not enjoy it as much as I had hoped that I would. I also, let's see. So side jobs, I put that down for now because I am plotting to do a complete reread of the Dresden Files, and I want to end it so that I've read all of the books and I end with the last book the week before Peace Talks comes out on July 14th. So I stopped that one for now. So let's see, in my TBR column, I had A Knight in Shining Armor, completed that one. Review is up on my channel. Redeeming Love, I completed that one. I also have that review up on my channel. American Dirt, I didn't get that one read. The Elfstones of Shannara, I am currently reading, and so far I am enjoying it more than I did the Sword of Shannara. Twilight, so I put that one on there because for February I was rereading some of my favorite love stories, and I pondered that a few days, and I decided I would much rather read The Host by Stephenie Meyer instead of Twilight, also by Stephenie Meyer. So I'm putting that one off for a moment. And then I have on here The Ghost of a Story, and I marked that one as DNF. And it is a very short novella. I want to say it was like 80 pages long, but the problem that I had, so I got it off Amazon on my Kindle, and it had so many grammatical errors and there were so many disconnects. The story didn't flow properly. There were some errors about what characters were doing what, and then it switched over and accidentally were naming other characters, that when I get interrupted that many times by mistakes, I just can't focus on the story. So I just quit. I just had to quit. I couldn't do it. And so far, these are the 4 books that I've read, which I do need to add The Host. Okay. So these are the books that I completed for February. There is one additional book on here that was not listed on my bring up or my TBR, and that's Blind Symphony. This one was actually sent to me. I got the ARC. This one was actually sent to me by the author to read, and I blew through, I think it was like 240 pages, and I blew through it, and I sat down and read this book in 2 sittings. I mean, I just blew through it. So for book haul, I actually have several that I need. So I just quickly updated my book haul list because I did purchase these 4 books in order to participate in the BookTube SFF. The read-alongs start March the 1st, and they will continue through March and April. I don't know when the specific date for each one begins, but I can update you as I find that out. But if you're interested in participating or following along, just look for the hashtag BookTubeSFF. So unhaul, I thought that I was gonna add the Sword of Shannara, but I'm gonna hold off and I'm gonna wait until I complete the series to see what I think, because if the Elfstones of Shannara does redeem the series, I won't want to just have 2 of the 3 books. I want to have all 3. So I'm going to hold off and wait and see what I think. So that is my updated list for February, and I'm very happy with the progress I made. So without further ado, let's get started on goals for March. As usual, I have my little graph paper, and I've already got I've got my guide dots put out there. So I'm just gonna connect the lines, and as usual, and I will go ahead and apologize for my nappy hair. I went for a run this morning and I have not bothered to wash my hair yet. Alright, got all my lines drawn, looks good. I actually did not mess up like 20 sheets and you not know because I edited it all out. So I did get some fatter markers. And let's get some lucky green colors for March. St. Patrick's Day is one of my most favorite holidays. And it's not just because my birthday is in March. I really do love the holiday. It's a lot of fun. Okay, now we're ready to make our columns. And so we can fill in the goals. So I got some thicker markers because me trying to be all creative last month just didn't go over that well. Lucky me, because if I get any new books, I'll be lucky. That's about as artsy as it's gonna get, so. All right, so to bring up, so what I did not finish from my TBR from February is American Dirt. I apologize. I don't know what my neighbors are doing next door. So the first column is Bring Up. These are books that I'm currently reading that I started in February and did not finish. Right now, that is the Elfstones of Shannara. So hopefully I'll get that one finished in short order. Okay, TBR. So my TBR for March. So American Dirt, it's getting knocked down the list of priority. If I have time, I'd like to read it, but it's not gonna be on my main TBR for March. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna start my reread of the Dresden Files so that it lands where I finished the last book right before Peace Talks comes out. So that means this month I will need to knock out the first 3 books in that series, which is Stormfront, Full Moon, and Grave Peril. I'm not sure which booktube SFF read-alongs are going to be in March and which are going to be in April. So I'm going to go ahead and just slap 2 of them on here. So I'm going to do Gideon the Knight and the 10,000 Doors of January. If I have time, I would like to do American Dirt and Straight On Till Morning. This is a book by Liz Braswell, and it's told from the perspective, they're called Twisted Tales, and it's told from the perspective of what if Wendy had traveled to Never Never Land with Captain Hook rather than Peter Pan. So it's Disney, it's a book, combined 2 of my favorite loves, had to have it. All right, and that completes my little graph. That's all I can fill in for now. Hopefully I'll get started in this completed column quickly. I do know I have some books coming in. Oh, one last book that goes here is Round Ireland with a Fridge. I ordered this one. It's on the way. It should arrive any day now, but I plan to do a readathon on March 17th for St. Patrick's Day. This book is absolutely hysterical. I read it years and years ago, and how I came to know about it is one morning my best friend and I were having a cup of coffee at a local coffee shop right around the corner from our work. We were sitting there talking and whatnot, and this guy he was sitting by himself, and he just kept cracking up laughing. And finally, I just kept looking at him, and I was like, okay, I have to know what's so funny. And he showed me this book, and he said it's absolutely hysterical. But basically, this guy and his friend got drunk. They made a bet. He lost, and now he has to travel around Ireland with a fridge. And it is just a hysterical journey, and it's been so long since I read it. I know I'll enjoy rereading it because it's been so long that I don't really remember most of the story. So I'm planning to do a readathon March 17th, so keep your eye out for that video. It should be a good one. All right, guys, that's my February wrap up and my March goals mapped out. I'll see you at the end of the month, and we'll see how far I get. Thank you so much for watching this video and for visiting my channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do that for me. It would be so wonderful. And drop me a comment below and let me know what you plan to read in March. Have a fantastic rest of your day. See you at the end of the month with the wrap up.